What is up, everybody? This is the Everything Podcast crew. I am here today with Aiden.
What's up?
Today we are going to be talking about anime.
Yes, sir.
So my personal favorite is Naruto.
That's the only one you watch.
And technically, currently, this is the only one I watched. Although when I was a little younger, I did watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I believe your favorite one is Dragon Ball, but I don't want to be quoted on that.
So my favorite is, I would say my favorite actual the whole franchise is Dragon Ball, but the actual show is probably Dragon Ball Super.
Aiden, I couldn't hear anything you said.
I said my favorite franchise as a whole is Dragon Ball, but my favorite show right now is Dragon Ball Super.
Okay. Where do you think the anime community is going since it's growing so fast?
Well, I mean, there's some fan bases that are good and some fan bases that are just super bad.
So you're saying there's some that are toxic.
I don't know if I'd say toxic, if more cancerous.
Dangerous.
Cancerous.
Oh! I would say that's a little bit harsher than toxic.
There's also anime I haven't seen, so I can't really judge the fan base of those animes.
Like I said earlier, I'm a pretty big fan of Naruto. And now that Boruto is out, and it's been out for a while.
But the dub is on hiatus.
Exactly. I've been waiting for it, and it was supposed to be out this month, and it hasn't. And the first I would say 50, 60 episodes were pretty fucking boring. After that, it did heat up. I am enjoying it. Now, with the time jump, they're bringing back the original Naruto creator, which I think will make the show better in general. But I was kind of disappointed with the beginning of the show. I'm not 100% sure if you've watched any Boruto or not.
I have. I saw the first episode.
You saw the first episode and you said fuck it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it in Japanese.
Okay.
Like, for example, when Boruto and Sasuke go back in time.
Okay, yeah, that was actually a pretty good episode. Few episodes. It's basically like, I would say, a mini arc, because it's like 3 or 4 episodes, I believe, or more. And that one was pretty interesting to me because then Sasuke got to meet Jiraiya.
Excuse me.
Well, not meet, but he got to know what Jiraiya was to Naruto and why Naruto became who he am, not just because of Jiraiya though, but Jiraiya was a big part of helping Naruto grow, and I believe Jiraiya was again a big part of that. Also, meeting Naruto's parents was pretty big into getting Naruto where he was, with his mother helping him train the Nine Tails and his father helping seal him again. But let's talk a little bit about Dragon Ball. I haven't really watched much of it. I've seen clips, bits and pieces from TV, from YouTube, from this, from that. It's just not as interesting to me. What's interesting about the Dragon Ball series as a whole to you?
So the original Dragon Ball is this insanely strong kid with a tail.
Okay.
Goes on an adventure with a young girl. Her name is Bulma. And she was looking for the Dragon Balls, which is the 4-star Dragon Ball, which was what Goku had because it belonged to his grandpa Gohan, who had died before the show started.
Okay.
and so they went on an adventure, and then that's pretty much what Dragon Ball was, is them looking for the Dragon Balls over and over again.
Yes.
But it ended up becoming a thing about like the World Tournament towards the end of Dragon Ball.
Okay.
And then Piccolo came in, King Piccolo, Demon King Piccolo. And then it had a time skip where it was Goku and then Piccolo Jr.
So is Piccolo who's the bad guy? Who's the main bad guy in the series?
Of the original Dragon Ball?
Yes.
So there was multiple, but it was the Red Ribbon Army.
Okay.
Until the end of Dragon Ball, where it was Demon King Piccolo, and then Dragon Ball Z comes in. Another time skip had happened in between. Goku now has a child. He's married. He goes to his old master Roshi, who taught him the Kamehameha.
Okay.
And then his brother comes in, who is from space. He is kind of Vegeta, which was originally called Planet Plan. And so Goku finds out his past, and that there was a whole bunch of things that had happened. So, and then there's 4 main sagas of the entire Dragon Ball Z. There's the Saiyan saga, which is where Raditz comes in, takes Gohan, then they fight Raditz, defeat Raditz. Goku dies in the process.
Okay.
And then Nappa and Vegeta come to get the Dragon Balls. They kill Piccolo. They kill a whole bunch of fighters that were in the original Dragon Ball.
Okay.
They killed Piccolo, so the Dragon Balls turn into stone.
Okay.
So
yeah, I gotta tell you, it's kind of weird to me.
they defeat Nappa and Vegeta. Then the second saga begins, which is the Frieza saga.
Okay.
And so they're going to planet Namek to use the Namekian Dragon Balls to revive everybody that was killed in the Saiyan saga.
Okay.
They run into a guy named Frieza, and
Yes.
Vegeta returns trying to get the Dragon Balls for immortality so he can beat Frieza, because Frieza is who destroyed the planet Vegeta, and that's why almost all the Saiyans are extinct. I should have gone over that before, but...
Okay.
And then, so, just trying to make it quicker. They get the Dragon Balls. Frieza, kills Krillin, which was Goku's best friend. Goku transforms into what's called a Super Saiyan, defeats Frieza easily. Planet Namek blows up.
Okay.
But Goku gets stuck on Namek, and he explodes. But he escapes, and then he comes into the Cell Saga, which is and then the androids. It's hard to explain. It's going to take a long time. You need to get into explicit detail about each saga. And then there's the Buu saga, and then at the Buu saga, Dragon Ball Z is finished, and that's where they were going to finish the show. Period.
Okay. But
they came out with 2 new movies: Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, which Goku comes back, fights the God of Destruction, Beerus becomes a Super Saiyan God, and then Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. Frieza gets brought back to life. They defeat Frieza by becoming Super Saiyan Blue against the Golden Frieza after Frieza trained for the first time in his life. And then those are the first 2 sagas for Dragon Ball Super, and then it comes into then Future Trunks comes back from the Cell Saga and the 3rd saga again to fight a guy named Goku Black, which is a Supreme guy from a different universe.
Okay.
Stone Goku's body, and then goes into the Tournament of Power, which is so good.
Um,
But that's my favorite anime.
you're 100% sure it's your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched every single show except for every single Yu-Gi-Oh series except for newest two.
Okay.
Uh,
And are you like refusing to watch them, or just haven't gotten around to it?
well, I would say they've got they're more childish.
Oh, gotcha.
Childish as the
Kind of like Teen Titans got.
that's a different conversation for a different time.
So then I've heard you talking a lot more with Austin, who's also been on the channel before, about Demon Slayer.
Wait. Demon Slayer is also really good. The season 3 is almost done in terms of the dub or the sub.
Okay.
But it just really started in terms of the dub. So you like it's so good.
What's good about it? Like without without spoiling anything too much, since it's still a pretty new show.
I mean, I did pretty much spoil the entirety of Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, it's been out for a while. Who gives a fuck?
So since it's pretty much season 3 is it's still pretty new because it came out in like 2019 or something like that.
Yes.
Same thing with My Hero Academia, but so Demon Slayer is about a boy named Tanjiro,
Okay.
Kamado, and his sister Nezuko Kamado. His sister gets turned into a demon, while the rest of their family is slaughtered by a demon.
Okay.
The original demon.
Okay.
So pretty much a demon is like what you would think is a demon. They eat people. They have superpowers pretty much. They're called blood demon arts.
Okay. How about My Hero?
What? You confused about the Demon Slayer?
No, the Demon Slayer kind of freaks me out. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Not like in a scary way, but it just is.
Oh no! If you probably watched it, you'd be like, "What the heck is this show?" It's literally like full on devouring people. Like the demons will full on like you would see them eat people.
There's something wrong with you.
So My Hero Academia is about it's about a guy. His name is. It's about another boy. His name is Izuku Midoriya.
Okay. Yes, I think I've heard this name before somewhere.
He is quirkless, and what a quirk is, it's what is a superpower, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he was born without a quirk,
Okay.
which means he was born without a superpower.
So did he get a superpower in the show?
So it takes place in Japan, like most anime usually do, but still.
Yes.
There are heroes and then there are villains.
Okay.
A quirkless Izuku Midoriya runs into a villain. And then comes the number one hero in the entire country,
Okay.
All Might.
Sounds like a legit dude.
He is ginormous. He's a huge dude.
So he's got the big dick energy in the show. Gotcha.
He was also born quirkless.
Okay. It's a little
He
interesting.
was given his quirk.
You can give.
But
So can you explain the quirk?
so a quirk is like a superpower, right?
Okay. So you can give people.
There's only one. There's only two people that can take or that can give superpower quirks.
Okay, and these people are.
Well, we'll talk about the other ones in a little bit. But the first one is anybody who has the quirk one for all.
Okay.
And whoever has the one for all quirk can literally store quirks. So All Might gives Deku, or he trains his body first to handle the power of one for all, and then he gives him his hair, which means he has to adjust his DNA.
Okay.
So Izuku Midoriya has the power of one for all, and it's literally one for all. There's been like 8 users of the quirk, or 6. I think he's like the 7th user of the quirk.
Okay.
And it's literally that power is used to fight the quirk all for one.
Okay.
And all for one is a villain who steals quirks from other people.
It's fucked.
And uses them for himself, and then gives them to other people to be his minions.
Okay. So he can't use them himself. He has to give them away.
He can use them himself.
Okay. So does he keep the most powerful one for himself?
The 2 most powerful quirks are one for all and all for one.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if he fights someone who's really strong, does he keep that power for himself too, or does he give it away still?
You'll probably keep it.
Okay.
Because he has fought All Might for a while, and he literally fought every single person that used one for all. He is old as hell.
So the show is basically just good versus evil. Boy gets power and tries to beat bad guy, or
So it's called My Hero Academia because there is a school for young children trying to become pro heroes.
okay.
That's the academia part.
Okay.
And without spoiling too much, Midoriya becomes a user of one for all, gets into this school, and then he has school life.
Alrighty. And one other one that I know that is pretty popular, getting pretty popular, is Attack on Titans.
I have not seen Attack on Titan.
Oh.
But I do know some things about it.
Alright. One that I really hate, not just because of clips that I've seen of it, but because of the toxic fan base, is One Piece.
What do you mean toxic fan base?
Because everybody that watches...
Everybody says One Piece is bad because it doesn't get good until episode 400.
That in itself is bad. But what I mean is, everybody who watches the show says the show is great. It's the best anime on the planet. But you have to get to episode 400 and up for it to get to there.
I like it's good at episode 400.
But don't you miss a whole lot of backstory if you just skip?
So, there's this pirate. His name's Goldie Roger. Or Gold Roger.
Sounds like a dickhead. Okay.
So he had so much. He had like pretty much all the treasure in the planet on the Earth. He had so much treasure accumulated as a pirate, and he just turned himself in.
Yeah. Okay. It's not weird.
He was the most powerful pirate, and he says before they execute him, I left all of my treasure in one place. You just have to find it. That's what it's called, the One Piece.
Does he find the treasure?
The treasure has yet to be found.
Oh, really?
in over 1,100 episodes.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
And a lot of people are saying that the show will end before anybody finds the One Piece.
So then I want to bring this to a still anime, but a different kind of topic.
No.
I believe shows like Avatar should be considered anime, even though they're not, apparently. Because they're the American version of what we call anime, and then it gets classified. Because it gets classified as American, it gets classified as a cartoon, and I just don't agree with that.
It's not anime, because an anime is like a Japanese anime show.
I can tell you, Avatar is just like an anime.
And I can tell you it's not, because it's only in English. They don't have anime that's only in English. It's so Japanese anime was created animated in Japan. All this stuff in Japan, it was just dubbed in English. Avatar was made in the United States, animated in the United States, and voiced in English.
I do not give a fuck what other people say.
Samurai Jack.
Fuck you. Samurai Jack and Avatar, The Last Airbender, should be classified as anime because that's how they were made. To be anime, and then they got classified as cartoons because this is a fucking American culture.
You know what? Avatar was on Nickelodeon. It's not even close to being an anime.
Samurai Jack was on Cartoon Network.
Exactly. And that's a Cartoon Network.
I think you're being a little bit of a dickhead about this topic, my guy.
I am not my guy.
I believe the way and the style Avatar The Last Airbender is, it should be classified. The animation, the way of the show going, the perseverance of the characters, all that and above, I do believe Avatar The Last Airbender should be classified as an anime. Now, there's confliction in me about Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is obviously based off a Japanese character. But
What do you think Ba Sing Se is?
Ba Sing Se is in China.
Yeah, it's like the Great Wall of China.
And that would be classified as Chinese anime, which isn't as popular as Japanese anime.
I can tell you, there's some Chinese anime that slaps.
Slaps.
Yeah,
Slaps.
there's some Chinese anime that's really good.
Not gonna lie, I haven't heard that term in a while.
Avatar.
Um,
Really good.
No, Avatar The Last Airbender is getting a live action on Netflix, or it's been rumored to, it's been delayed, it's been this, it's been that. So we're yet to know when exactly it's being released, because it was supposed to be released from what I understood in 2022 and then 2023, and now I'm hearing rumors about 2024.
I don't understand how you're going to bring Avatar into a discussion about anime.
Because I do truthfully 100% believe Avatar The Last Airbender should be classified as an anime.
They're making a live action One Piece. That's anime.
That is garbage.
Have you watched One Piece?
I will never watch that after the clips I saw.
Then you can't. Then you can't.
The man elongates himself.
He ate the Gomu Gomu no Mi,
The man elongates himself.
which is the gum gum fruit in English.
He can literally contort his. He can literally contort his penis and put it anywhere he wants.
Bro.
Don't call me weird. I'm sure other people have thought about that.
Just because they thought about it doesn't mean they're going to say it. Freak.
We are honest on this podcast.
We're honest on this podcast.
I do.
You should be honest with yourself.
Yes, I am honest with myself, and that's what.
Then say One Piece is not bad.
One Piece is awful from the clips that I've seen. First of all, there's one fat fucking evil pirate.
Which one?
I retract that. There is this god awful looking pirate. Now, if I can remember correctly, because it has been a month or two since I've seen the clip, he has a black beard and I want to say a missing eye.
Is he got missing teeth?
Yes.
I don't know about missing eye. I know about missing teeth.
I believe he was missing teeth. I cannot 100% remember about the eye or not, but I do know he had a black beard. He was missing teeth. I believe there was
black hair?
that I'm not sure. I believe there was an eye patch, but I'm not 100% sure, and I think there may or may not have been a bird.
Oh,
But
I don't know.
he creeped me the fuck out.
Because it sounds like we're describing Marshall Teach.
I'm not gonna lie, I would rather watch Dragon Ball than watch One Piece.
Then why don't you do it?
I also don't like One Punch Man.
Neither do I.
That just seems weird.
I think the concept is...
I know of a YouTuber by the name of Ethan, who is part of the Sidemen, #clickbait, he did the One Punch Challenge where he did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and ran, or I believe it was running, every day for, I want to say, a week or a month. I don't quote me on it, but I believe it's either a week or a month. And the results weren't all that, changing. He did say he felt more, there was more back muscle, but that could have just been tension from doing 100 push-ups every day. I am currently, at this moment, doing 100 push-ups a day and 100 dips a day, and I don't see much of a difference in my back. And the concept of a bald superhero, and I don't want to bag on bald people because I am going bald, and when people make fun of bald people, it does truly fucking upset me. But when there is a bald superhero out there, there's no chance I'm not making fun of him.
I'm not going to bag on him for being bald because I'm going bald, but there's no chance of him not making fun of him. That's messed up, bro. I'm going to tell you, I don't like Saitama because I think he's they push him to be a more OP Goku.
Okay.
And I think Goku's OP enough.
And let's go back to Naruto real quick. I 100%, truthfully, without a doubt in my mind, believe Sakura is not as useless as people say.
They literally call her useless, Chan.
She is head of medical ninja right now. Yeah, I got nothing to say about that, huh?
I just said your point. Tsunade got chopped in half.
She got healed.
Yeah.
And Sakura is also the only other person to unlock the 100 healings. She also has the most...
100 healings.
Huh?
She was taught the 100 healings. The only person to... Tsunade came up with 100 healings.
She's also the strongest chakra... what is it called?
She has the best chakra... I don't think she's got the best chakra control now.
I do believe she does still. Naruto's chakra control is on a different level, but that's because he has the 9 tails until he loses him or her.
Still has the chakra of every tailed beast.
Correct. And that still helps him with chakra control because he can just pull here, pull here, pull here, and he doesn't have to worry about it. Sakura, on the other hand, can put it anywhere in her body she wants and release the chakra. Not many other people can do that throughout their whole body, to put it from their fist to their foot to their head. Can you just imagine having chakra control headbutt?
Yes, I can. I think we've already seen it.
And
I think Naruto did it to Gaara.
oh, My man's Naruto. And they're doing some weird shit with Boruto with the aliens. The Akatsuki being aliens, which is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
The Otsutsuki?
The Otsutsuki, yes. I'm sorry. I knew I didn't say the name right. The Otsutsuki being aliens. I don't know how I feel about that being played in with the time jump now that is here. And
I also don't like how they made the move by sealing the husk of his entrails.
so I don't know how much of Boruto you know, like from reading or from clips or whatever, but at the end of the show, Sadara gets her Mangekyou Sharingan.
From happiness.
Yes. Because of the love she had for Boruto. Well, I can't exactly remember what was said. But at the end of it, oh God, what is his name? I always forget his name. Who's the cunt? Cut that out, me.
We talk about the Neapolitan.
Who is the man with the other karma mark? I forget his name.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Neapolitan haircut. The guy with the brown and blonde hair.
Yeah, you know his name?
I do know his name.
Can you please remind me of his name?
Why?
Would you please remind me of his name?
So, there's Boruto.
Yes.
There is Mitsuki. What happened to Mitsuki? I don't know.
I will continue with that as soon as I know the other name.
I just forgot his name too. I forgot his name too. Would you believe me if I told you that I also forgot his name?
No.
Really? Because I did forget his name. I don't remember his name. It was in my head until I said I remembered what his name was. And then I don't remember what his name was. I have it in my head. I just can't think of what it actually is.
Kawaki.
Yeah, Kawaki.
So Kawaki apparently has the help of someone who changes the outcome of it, and it makes it people think that Boruto killed Naruto. So the whole place, village turns on Boruto, except for Sadara, Sasuke, and a clone of a mechanical clone of Jiraiya. The mechanical clone of Jiraiya is apparently going to help Sasuke train Boruto.
Oh, so they've revealed that he is a clone of Jiraiya.
I don't know how much of it they confirmed of it, but like you can 100% tell because he's the mechanical Toad Sage. So, I mean, with that being said, I'm like almost 100% certain he is, and if you've read the manga, you know. But with that being said, the time and the people get switched up a little bit, so the only people that have Boruto's back is Sadara, Jigen. It's not Jigen. The robot version of Jiraiya, and Sasuke. Now, some weird shit happens with Mitsuki when he uses Sage Mode, for those who know who they know. But he basically tears himself to shreds. For you, Aiden, because I'm not sure how much you know about it. So I'm not quite sure what happens with him, since he is a Boruto butt lover. Mitsuki is attached to Boruto's ass.
Yeah, I know that.
So I'm not 100% sure what happens with him because I haven't seen what happens with that.
So you said you saw the Parent Appreciation Day episode, right?
I believe so. It's been a while since I've watched this show because I've been waiting for it to be dubbed.
Is there anything more about Shukaku and Himawari?
At the current moment, no. From what I can tell, Naruto still has most of his chakra or some of his chakra in him, but Shukaku, if I'm 100%.
Is he still sealed in the tea kettle?
No, I believe he is back with.
The Hidden Sand?
Yes, I can't. I'm trying to think if he got back into.
No.
I'm trying to think if he got back into someone. I don't want to name names, or if he got back released in the Hidden Sand. But the Utsutsuki are looking for the tailed beasts, so I can't.
Like another princess, yeah.
So I can't remember exactly what they did with Shikaku, but nothing happened with him. Nothing in him happened with Himawari, besides him saying that she's really nice.
They can't do it now, though, because Kurama's disappeared.
But from what I can tell, she'll be one of the most powerful Byakugan users out there.
She will be the most powerful one, and she's dead.
They're also saying Boruto will have both the Byakugan and the other one.
I think he already has the Byakugan.
He has not used it yet.
I know, but I think he's got it.
I'm not sure because he's never used it and they don't really talk about it. Besides, there is a clip of towards the beginning still of the show. There's a clip of Boruto talking to Naruto and Sasuke, and I can't remember if there was anybody. Shikamaru, I think, was in the room also. And
About his Jogan eye.
Well, he didn't know at the time what it is, and so he told them that he could see the chakra, and they're like, you haven't shown signs of the Byakugan. So they kind of brushed him off of it, but it was not the Byakugan that he was using to see chakra, it was the other one.
The Jogan eye.
Which currently he's the only person who has it and has had it for many a years. It runs in the Uzumaki clan, as you know. Utsutsuki. But there is no current Utsutsuki that have it. These Utsutsuki people are very strong to where Naruto had to use Baryon mode, and that's how he lost the Nine Tails.
Against Jigen?
Yes, correct. That fight was rated the second best episode in Naruto history. The first one being one of the fights with Naruto and Sasuke. I can't remember if it was the final showdown or the one where they were kids. But that was the Naruto Jigen episode. One of the Naruto Jigen episodes was rated the best one. And I can't tell if it was the one. And I haven't seen them yet because it's not dubbed. And those are the episodes I'm waiting currently to be dubbed. Which
What? Against Jigen? Is that dubbed?
Nope.
What?
It stopped the dub on episode 210. So 11 and it's supposed to come out until like it's from 21 to like it's supposed to come out from like 211 to 225 or 6 or something like that. So I've yet to see those episodes, but I've seen bits and pieces in Japanese here and there scattered.
You're gonna cry. I already know you're gonna start crying. Because when Naruto loses Kurama in English, you're probably gonna start wailing.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't know if I'd cry. It is gonna be a little bit sad though, because if you watch the show, and I do recommend you watching the show, it takes a while to get into it since the first 30 to 60 episodes are kind of on the rougher side. But I do recommend people watching them because it does help with backstory. Now, with that being said,
Wait. How about we make a deal? I have a feeling you know where this is gonna go.
I am not watching Dragon Ball for you to watch Boruto.
If I watch Boruto, you gotta watch One Piece.
Oh, fuck no!
You say it's slow at the beginning, just like One Piece.
Not 400 episodes slow.
It doesn't matter. You'll love the proportions. And if you know, you know.
But you do see the Ninetales isn't in the show as often as he. Well, I don't want to say that because that's not 100% correct. The Ninetales.
Yeah, you see him a whole bunch.
The Ninetales is in Boruto, okay, but some of the most a lot of the most memorable moments with him talking is between him and Shikaku, who's pretty fucking funny, and then you see him talking to Kawaki about Naruto. Naruto was resting, and literally the chakra aura of the Ninetales came out of Naruto's body to watch Kawaki to make sure he doesn't move, and Kawaki asked him what he's doing, and he's like, I'm watching you. This is my best... Something along the lines of, this is my best friend. I've watched him grow up. I've helped him do this. He asked me to keep an eye on you. I'm keeping my eye on you. And then he talks to him about Naruto, and you can really... It's actually pretty, teary. It brought me a tear to my eye about it. Not only because I was drunk when I did watch this episode, but that episode was honestly really great, and I do recommend people watching because it brings out the side in the Ninetales to where when you watch that and then you see the Ninetales burn its chakra off, it's going to, make even more of an impact. And I think that's why the creator of the show... not being the original creator for Naruto, put the Ninetales in the way he did in that episode because he's literally bragging about Naruto, the brat, the kid, the everything that he was talked about in Naruto in Shippuden, being best friends now.
This is my homie.
And he literally does, like I said, talk about... You've seen this kid grow up, and I've seen what he's happened to him, and how he's persevered, and how he's not let his anger get the best of him.
Oh, that's so cool.
And honestly, I think it's one of the best episodes ever, especially just in that little span of time. And I do recommend anybody watching the show to start from the beginning, but there are certain episodes that are definitely much better than others. And I do think having that specific part of the show really brings Naruto and who he is now into light, because Naruto's not that goofy kid that he was anymore. And yes, he is older. He does have 2 kids and 1 adoptive kid technically. But Naruto has really become this mature leader that the village rests on for protection. The whole village hated him as a kid and now worship him as an adult.
I think it's really hilarious, humorous, I should say, where some of the people get drunk. They talk about how amazing Boruto is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Eggy got drunk. Konohamaru got drunk.
Konohamaru in this show is something completely different too.
Who else was it? I forgot her name. The ant. What's the ant's name? Oh my god, I can't remember her name. Hinata's sister. I can't remember her name.
It doesn't start with an I or E. Does it? Okay, never mind. Hinata's sister. Yes.
And she's like gushing over Boruto.
She, I believe in the show.
Weird.
So what I believe in the show, she's more,
She's like
she's
the
more-
plant head.
she's more interested in Hinata, in Himawari in the show, to be quite honest with you. She's trying to push for her to go into, school for being a ninja, and Himawari wasn't 100% sure, and Hinata wasn't going to force her to do it. She wanted her to make up her own mind. So the aunt was kind of disappointed in that. But I do think she favors Himawari more than Boruto, for sure, in the show.
Well, she like gushes over Boruto, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's bits and pieces of Boruto where Naruto, he's the, I don't want to say bad guy, because Naruto's not a bad guy. He stands for everything that is good. But with that being said, when he catches Boruto cheating, the man lays the hammer down.
He fucking, he's like, none, he takes no prisoners.
And Sasuke in the show is something completely else. He's still kind of that dark, cold-shouldered person, but his demeanor also has changed quite a bit with how
Let me just say,
open he
Yuri
is.
Lowenthal, you are an amazing person.
Sorry?
Yuri Lowenthal is an amazing person. So he's the English version. He's the English
Yes.
voice of Sasuke.
Yes.
He also voices Spider-Man in the PS5 game and the PS games.
Okay.
He's so amazing.
But I just think, and this is the reason why I think Naruto is the greatest. I have seen clips in bits and pieces of other animes. I just think Naruto's this well-rounded thing, and it's not like a too far out there, because you got characters like Rock Lee who doesn't know what is called ninjutsu. He can only do Tai Jutsu, which is just hand-to-hand combat, and I think it's like a more realistic version of what anime is. I think Naruto, if you're wanting to get into anime, Naruto is a good one to start. Is a good beginner.
You and I both know. You and I both know that Naruto solos the rest of the Hokage.
Oh, 100%. Naruto is the strongest.
He follows the rest of the Hokage.
It'll be interesting to see what happens going forward with him not having the Nine Tails. And everybody has the rumors of, he might come back. He might come back if Sasuke gets his Rinnegan. He can use creation of all things and bring him back how he was. I've come to...
So Sasuke only has one eye right now, right?
Correct, and it's the Sharingan.
So if Sasuke were to classify that, which God forbid, die, and Naruto takes his one single eye, he will have a Rinnegan in that eye.
Yeah, and so this is one of the big things that they're talking about. They're talking about Naruto ending up being the Ten Tails Jinchuriki sometime in the show, and stepping down from being Hokage so he can travel the world with Hinata. Being the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Yes, correct, presumably, and that's what's getting floated out there right now. Which would go along with some of the other fan theories of being Sarada being the Hokage and Boruto being the Shadow Kage, which Sasuke is currently doing. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with Naruto going forward, since since he's not the Nine Tails Jinchuriki anymore.
Ain't no way Konohamaru is not going to be Hokage before Sarada.
I don't believe he will be Hokage. If you watch the show, I think you'd understand.
Konohamaru needs needs to be Hokage.
I think if you watch the show, you'll understand what I mean by it. Truthfully, like it's not like I don't want him to be right, and
You don't. You gotta understand those. Naruto waited 2 Hokage, 3 Hokage, really, to become Hokage.
Okay.
So why can't Sarada? Why wouldn't they let Sarada do the same thing?
I'm gonna tell you this right now. There are much stronger shinobi than Konohamaru is. Just, you gotta take it like it is.
But it's his birthright.
I agree, and I'm kind of disappointed with how Konohamaru ended up being power-wise, but he is nowhere near the top of the list when it comes to power. He does have high IQ. He does have good battle strategy for the most part, but you there's a story later down the line that I don't want to spoil too much. But
He's a simp.
he's not Hokage material, and it is kind of weird, and it is kind of like, well, you'd think he'd have a similar story as to Naruto, but he does not. So no, I believe if anybody will be it when the time comes, it'd probably be Sarada, since she's one of the strongest characters in the show at the current moment.
Who's Shaka?
She's getting up there, and I'm not joking. Boruto could be considered one of the strongest too now with his
Malarkey.
with his eye and the curse mark. He could be considered one of the strongest ones right now. He can make the biggest Rasengan.
He could be the biggest pain in my ass.
He is a big pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. But that's how the show is going towards at the current moment. And there's a lot of people that want Sarada and Boruto to get together in the next in the next
I
show.
feel like that's gonna happen.
Huh?
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Well, there is also some rumors that Boruto could potentially be gay and love Shikadai or Mitsuki. That is getting floated out there. I don't know how true that's is, or if that's just a rumor.
That makes me sound homophobic, but like no, I think it would be justice.
I think, and I'm spitballing this, right? I think if an Uzumaki slash
you're literally combining the Byakugan,
in the Sharingan,
the Jogan, the Sharingan, and the Sage of the Six Paths Chakras together, that child will literally be
the most powerful thing ever.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting. And again, it's all speculation and it's all rumors that are getting thrown around. It'll be interesting to see where the show takes place. But with the actual opening scene of Boruto, there is a fight.
You're also giving that child the physical strength of the slugs.
You're gonna end up seeing Boruto and Kawaki fight. What point of Boruto's next show that's going to be, we don't know. But the opening scene to Boruto was Kawaki and Boruto fighting when they were about 16, 15-ish. And it's kind of sad, but you see Boruto using Sasuke's sword and clothes, basically. And that's, it puts the speculation out there that if Sasuke might die. I hope not, because he's one of my favorite characters, and he used to be my worst character in the show. But from Boruto, he's gotten to be one of my favorite characters. So it's basically speculation, everything that I've said for the last minute or two. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. With other shows like Dragon Ball, I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. And going back on Yu-Gi-Oh! I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a child. I'm going to take a guess it was around 5, 6. It was the original show at the time, and I had decks and everything too. I was really into it. And I think it was a few years ago where I watched the first for a season again a few years ago. I'm talking like 3, 5, 4 years ago, something like that, between 3 to 5 years ago. And you have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I believe, still.
I have a plethora.
Me, you, and Austin, who has also been on the show,
Way too many.
have done duels in the past. Where do you...
Yes.
And Yu-Gi-Oh is a completely kind of different show. They got a whole bunch of different rules than when the show first came out. Where do you think Yu-Gi-Oh is going in the current direction?
Well, the show, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
The card game is going down because a lot of people are more interested in Pokemon or Magic, which severely wounds me
Okay.
because it's so much. It's such a good card game.
And real quickly before we wrap this up, Ash Ketchum from Pokemon will no longer...
Which is an anime.
I don't like talking about it because I think it's garbage.
You literally have to be on Twitch. I don't call it garbage.
He's leaving the show, Ash Ketchum.
He's already left the show.
Do you think the show will get worse or better? The story for it.
Well, without Satoshi, which is the Japanese name for Ash,
Okay.
I don't think it will be as good because you literally built an entire fan base around 2 characters.
It's not really just a fan base. You built the whole franchise based on them.
So, the original mascot for Pokemon was going to be Clefairy,
Okay.
which is a pink Pokemon from Generation 1.
Okay.
If you look it up, you'll know what it looks like. Not as good as Pikachu, not as badass as they could have been. The direction they went with Pikachu. There is, I think, what they decided to do with Ash is good, but it's going to be really sad to see him go.
Yeah.
Now that he's been a thing for over 20 years.
Yeah. I will say it's kind of upsetting, even though I have watched bits and pieces of the shows on and off here and there when I've seen it on people's TVs and stuff. When you hear of a character that's been on the show for so long and he's finally just retiring, or the show is just going to stop making it because of the character, or they're going to rebrand to a new character, or this, or for whatever reason it is sad because 20 years is a long time to have a character out there. And to have the whole show based off of those 2 characters and go for 20 plus years, 20 years, 19 years, that's a long time. And fans have built connections to those characters. And
So the theory right now is that the girl that's going to become the main character of the show is Ash's daughter.
it'll be interesting to see if that happens or not. I will give you that. But from what I understand, Ash Ketchum will never be in another Pokemon series.
From what I understand, he's also not going to be the first show ever again either.
But that being said, he doesn't really have to be in the show for it to be his daughter.
I mean, they might have him be in the first episode of the new show as a kid, and then for a second without having to be a voice. And him. Okay. And then have and then have it change to be his daughter or whoever it would be. I think the animation got worse towards the end.
I would agree with that too. I've seen clips online. Well,
Like X and Y is literally peak Pokemon
well,
in terms of the show.
okay. Interesting. Well, with this all being said, this was the.
And probably designed as well.
It was what?
I said X and Y was the peak for Pokemon, the Pokemon show. I think Generation 3 was the peak for designs.
Pick for
Because the Pokemon themselves have gotten worse.
With everything being said, I hope this was an entertaining episode for everyone. This was the Everything Podcast crew too. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on. The last episode will be down here below. Make sure to go check it out.
In the description.
And Aiden also has a YouTube channel. Well, he should be posting more often. His
Maybe.
link will be put down in the description below. So with that all being said, I do believe it was a banger episode. Make sure to check a banger episode. I do believe so. So go make sure to check out the other videos on the page too. And everybody have a great day. Peace.